Imagine blinking your eyes open and realizing everything around you has changed. The sky is gray, not from clouds, but from smoke drifting across the treetops. The air smells raw, like wet moss, burnt wood, and animal fat. There's no road, no buildings, no background hum of city life, only the crackling of distant fire and the sudden sharp cry of something being hunted. You look down. Your shoes are gone. Your jeans and t-shirt, replaced by a rough, itchy wrap of animal hide tied crudely with sinew. Your hands shake. You instinctively check your pockets. No phone, no lighter, no snacks, nothing. Your body, soft from modern comfort, is now your only tool. And then it hits you. You're in the Stone Age, alone, vulnerable, completely unprepared. Your heart races. The primal part of your brain is screaming, "Find safety, now." But where do you go? You're surrounded by dense forest. Every branch could be hiding a predator. Every step into the unknown could take you closer to danger or food. You have two choices: panic, cry, and hope for a miracle. Or think like the people who lived here, the ones who didn't have a choice. First task: shelter. Cavemen didn't just sleep under the stars for fun. Exposure to the cold could kill you faster than hunger. You scan your surroundings. Look for overhanging rocks, hollowed out tree trunks, anything that can block wind, keep rain off, and help trap body heat. You might find a shallow cave, but that comes with risk. Who was living there before you arrived? If it's still warm inside or smells like something alive, walk away. This is their territory and you're just a visitor who doesn't belong. Next, fire. If you can figure it out. Cavemen mastered fire because they had to. Without it, you're an easy target in the dark, you'll freeze overnight, and your raw food, if you even find any, could kill you. But you don't have a lighter, or matches, or even Flintstone magic. You've got maybe a couple of rocks and sticks. Suddenly, those scenes of Boy Scouts rubbing wood together don't seem so funny. If you've never started a fire by hand, your survival clock is ticking. Fast. And just as you strike two stones together for the 10th time with zero results, you hear it again. That low growl. Closer this time. You versus this world? It's not just about strength, it's about instinct, adaptability, and luck. And your first night is only just beginning. The sun disappears faster than you expected. 1 minute it's late afternoon. The next, you're squinting in near darkness. In the Stone Age, there are no streetlights, no flashlights, no glowing phone screens. When the sun goes down, true darkness takes over. The kind that plays tricks on your eyes. The kind that whispers threats from every shadow. You duck under a fallen tree for shelter. It's not perfect, but it's dry. And more importantly, it hides you. But the growl you heard earlier, it's still out there. And now you realize it's not just one sound. There are twigs snapping, leaves crunching, multiple sets of footsteps. Something or someone is circling you. The smell of smoke, giants, hope, or danger. Suddenly, you catch the faint scent of wood smoke. Your brain screams, "Fire!" That means people. But that could be good or very, very bad. Cavemen weren't always welcoming, especially to strangers dressed weird, with soft hands and no survival scars. Early humans were tribal, territorial, and highly suspicious. If you walk into their firelight with no offering, you might not get a warm welcome. You might get a rock to the skull. You stay hidden. For now, instead of rushing toward the smoke, you crouch low. Listen. Try to mimic what your prehistoric ancestors mastered. Silence. Stillness. observation, you realize something chilling. You're not the apex predator here. You're fragile, weak, you're prey. And that changes your entire mindset. You're no longer a visitor to this world. You are now a participant in its most primal game. Survive or be forgotten. Your first meal might kill you. The growls have faded for now, but your stomach is screaming. You need food, but everything around you is either unknown, uncooked, or crawling with insects. You spot some berries. They look like blueberries. But this isn't your neighborhood grocery aisle. One wrong bite here could mean vomiting, paralysis, even death. This is what cavemen dealt with every day. Trial and error. Learn or die. They pass knowledge through generations. You're on your own, so you eat nothing. Just chew on a twig and swallow fear. You close your eyes. Just for a second. It's a long night, cold, hungry, terrified, but you survive it, barely. You wake up stiff, aching, and more alone than ever. But now, you have a plan. You need to learn how cavemen really lived, how they ate, hunted, and built fire with nothing but dirt and instinct. Because if you don't, you won't survive the next day. The pale morning light creeps across the treetops, casting long shadows that stretch like claws across the forest floor. Your body aches. Your lips are dry. You haven't eaten, you barely slept. And yet, you're alive, barely. But here's the brutal truth. Surviving one night in the Stone Age isn't a win. It's just the start of the test. You're in a world designed to kill you. And worse, you have no place in it. The land is not your friend. The prehistoric environment looks peaceful in the daylight. Lush greenery, birds calling overhead, rivers glinting in the sun. But everything here has one rule: survive by any means. That tree sap you thought was water? It could burn your throat. That animal track you followed might lead you into a predator's lair. Your ancestors knew these signs. You don't. You're not part of this code. You're the outsider. So now it's not just about avoiding danger. It's about earning the right to exist here. You try to imitate the ancients. You remember bits and pieces from books, documentaries, even video games. Fire by friction. You grab dry twigs, nest leaves for kindling, and rub two sticks together for what feels like forever. Your palms blister. You curse. But then, a tiny glow, a flicker, a spark. You blow gently, and the fire is born. Suddenly, you're not just a lost modern human anymore. You're a survivor. Even a small flame means heat, safety, a signal. It's power. And for the first time since you arrived, you feel something dangerous. Hope. But the cavemen are watching you. Didn't think you were completely alone, did you? From behind the trees, behind rocks and brush, eyes are watching. Real cavemen. Dirty, hardened, lean from hunger. Covered in soot, scars, and suspicion. To them, you're not impressive. You're confusing. You're wrong. Your clothes, your movements, your lack of awareness. It's all weird. And in this world, weird means threat. You've lit a fire. That draws attention. And attention in this world? It might get you fed, or it might get you hunted. You sit by the fire, alert, alone. And now the next challenge begins. Can you find food, build trust, and learn their rules before they decide you don't belong? Because in the world of cavemen, you either become part of the tribe or part of the past. It's early morning. Your fire has died down to warm embers, and your stomach is in full rebellion. This isn't the kind of hunger where you casually say, "I could eat." This is deep, growling, painful hunger, the kind that makes your limbs weak and your brain foggy. And out here, that can get you killed. In the Stone Age, hunger wasn't an inconvenience. It was a predator of its own. Modern you is useless. Here, in your world, you get food in 5 minutes. Tap your phone, scroll an app, and wait for a delivery. Here, you stare at a forest and realize you don't know what's edible. You don't even know what's deadly. You try to remember survival shows. Some plants are safe, some are poisonous, but they all look the same when you're desperate. You kneel to dig for roots. You nibble bark. You even consider eating bugs until one squirms in your hand and you drop it. Then you spot a rabbit. You freeze. This is your moment. You stalk forward, gripping a stick like a spear. But you're too loud, too slow, too soft. It vanishes into the brush. Failure. Again. How did cavemen do this? Every day, they weren't lucky. They were trained by pain. A child in a prehistoric tribe might know more about wild plants than a modern adult with a PhD. They knew which mushrooms would feed the tribe and which would kill them all. They didn't just hunt animals, they studied them. Cavemen tracked migration, watched animal routines, learned where prey would drink, where it would sleep, where it would let down its guard. You? You have Google. They had instincts sharpened by starvation. Fear starts to cloud. Your judgment. As the day drags on and your stomach knots tighter, your thoughts darken. You see a group of birds scatter and assume danger. You hear a crack behind you and freeze. Hunger plus fear equals chaos. And in the wild, chaos is a death sentence. You sit down, dizzy, sweating. This isn't just survival, it's humiliation. You are softer than a caveman child, weaker than a tribal elder with a broken leg. And you're starting to realize this world doesn't care about your intelligence, only your instincts.